Hello friends, today we will discuss a very common scalp and hair problem, that is dandruff. Dandruff is very common during the winters and it is seen most often in the teenagers to the middle-aged group. Main cause for dandruff is the oil production in the scalp, which gets either infected by a yeast called Malassezia or by a bacteria known as Streptococcus. Most of the times the dandruff is seen in the patients in the form of either oily dandruff or in the form of dry dandruff. Oily dandruff can be distinguished from the dry dandruff by the presence of big oily plaques. These are usually yellow in color and would have some hairs attached to it. Often when these plaques get away from the scalp, when they are removed from the scalp is pink and tender and is itchy in nature. On the other hand, the dry dandruff will present itself as white flakes in the scalp, which often shed during the cleaning or combing of the scalp, and it is quite itchy in nature, but the scalp is not inflamed and it is not pink or red in color. The treatment for the dandruff consists of controlling the oil production as well as removing these offending organisms which cause the dandruff to occur in the first place. To reduce the oil production, regular shampooing and cleaning of the scalp is important. In the form of shampoos, we use some ketoconazole based shampoo that can also help in the removal of yeast from the scalp. We can also use selenium based shampoos, selenium sulfide shampoos and zinc pyridine shampoos. As far as the inflammation in the scalp is concerned, mild corticosteroids can also be used to control this inflammation. They are generally used in the case of seborrheic dermatitis, that is oily dandruff. Now, there is also a very common question that how does the hair loss occurs due to dandruff, and is this hair loss permanent or is this hair loss temporary? Hair loss occurs usually in oily dandruff only, because when the plaques are removed from the scalp, some hair roots attached to the plaques get uprooted. In the dry dandruff, the hair loss is usually seen only when the person scratches his head to remove the dry dandruff, and some hairs or hair follicles are damaged along with. If your hair is very dry, in the cases of dry dandruff, you can oil it around half an hour to 1 hour before the wash, but in case of oily dandruff, oiling should be avoided at all costs. People who suffer from oily dandruff would require more rigorous and long-term medical treatment as compared to the people with dry dandruff, which is often not seen even during the summers and during the monsoon season, but comes only during the winters.